It was what seemed to be a normal day. She went to take a morning stroll with her husband, and it just so happened it was the most unbearable, miserable seizure that she has had. So by that, she knew that it was time. It was time to end her life. This is Brittany Maynard at the age of 29, who decided that she was going to end her life due to brain cancer. She had made this decision publicly to the world that she was going to uproot from California to Oregon to do the Dying with Dignity. She was given 3 to 5 years, and after she did a partial craniotomy and a partial resection of her temporal lobe to stop the growth of the tumor, not only did it come back, but it came back more aggressive. That's when the doctors gave her 6 months. She decided that she could not go on with the pain that she had, so she decided that she was going to do the death with dignity and end her life. This was according to an interview that she did on CNN cable news. After extensive research and getting up with some people from the group in Oregon called Compassion and Choices, on November 1st, she decided she was going to end her life. She took her medicine, and in 5 minutes, she went to sleep, and after 30 minutes, she died peacefully. Was this the right choice? Was it murder, or was it suicide? I read on lifenews.com that there was a huge breakthrough that could possibly have saved Brittany Maynard. They found a cure that they think would happen to save her life. Could she have waited a few more months and possibly save her life? We'll never know. So there's 5 states that allow the death with dignity, and most of the research that I found I did with Oregon, since that's where Brittany decided to do her death. And the fact that she had to uproot, her biggest campaign was that other people didn't have to do this. So her legislation is to allow this in any state that you're in, so you don't have to pack up everything you have to move to another state to do this. So today I would like to show that Dying with Dignity has impacted society and the effects that it has not only on the patient but the family and the physicians. So of course the person suffering from the cancer is going to have many effects. It's financial, the continual pain, chemo, radiation, and the constant hospital visits that you have. The medical costs, physicians and healthcare care systems. Some are not obligated to participate because of the health insurance that they don't allow for. And then not only with the person that it affects, it also affects the family members. So when you're watching your loved one suffer, you're wondering, am I doing everything I can for that person? They're feeling helpless with that. They're wondering, is this the last day that they're going to be able to spend with their family? And then the financial burden that it's putting on the family member. They're wondering, am I going to be able to afford to do this? Is this, a financial obligation that I'm going to have to keep paying for? And then they're wanting to know, can they carry out the last wishes of the dying patient? And is everything that they need and that I need, is that included in what they're doing? The research that I found on this was from the New England Medical Journal. And also the effects that it has on the physician. The patient has to go to the physician and get the diagnosis confirmed. They also have to go to a second physician and get this confirmed. So they have to have 2 written, two oral requests and 1 request as far as getting their prescription filled, because it is a lethal injection or medication that they have to have. So then they have to go to another physician to get that approved as well. The patient goes to the second physician to get that diagnosis confirmed. And then sometimes the doctor is wrong. It might not be the cancer that they think it is. The physician also has to report to the state division, and they also have to do annual reports, and they have to do surveillance and compliance forms that they have to fill out. The physician is also not required to be there at the time of death when the patient is ready to die. They can dispense the medication, and when the patient is ready, they fill it, and if they want to, they can have the privacy of their own home. If they want their family members there, they can do that. It's at the patient's request. The physician does do an assessment on the patient. They do monitor the medication that they're doing. They do keep tabs on the patient to see how they are doing as far as the patient is doing on that. In conclusion, I hope I've given you or informs you of the pros and cons of the medical assisted suicide, better known as dying with dignity. With the high number of incurable cancers that's going on, a lot of people would like to have the choice of dying in their own home or dying in peace the way they would like to. Some people see it as suicide. They don't agree with it. It's based on, some people have religious beliefs that they don't agree with it. It's a choice that people have. Whether it's right or wrong, it's their choice.